Oh, no, there is trouble in Quiet Tequesta. Virginia, you have a terror that is going on in your neighborhood, so much so that they had to bring out the sheriff's department.
So I've been watching this one kid for quite a few years.
Okay.
And this kid frightens me.
Uh-huh.
In my family, we call him the feral kid.
Feral kid, okay.
Because he seems like he was raised in a cave.
Okay.
So 2 years ago, I first noticed this kid when he would jump off the school bus with Rocco.
Uh-huh.
He would immediately urinate. I mean, 3 steps off the bus, stop, drop his pants, and urinate.
And nothing ever came of that? Nobody ever said anything?
Well, he got kicked off the bus.
Yeah.
I think he got kicked out of the school.
Okay.
And then went to some different school, different bus. I saw him less. And so he kind of wasn't on my radar for a minute. But I've seen him a lot more recently, super duper active. And Panda saw him a couple days ago. This kid was on his bike and he was literally driving straight at Panda's truck. And my husband has a big ass Ram truck, lifted, huge, expensive, way overpriced tires. Like, this is an intimidating truck. And this kid was driving straight head on, trying to play chicken with Panda.
Uh-oh.
So Panda came to almost a dead stop so he wouldn't hit the kid. The kid turns to the right real quick and then goes like this. Ah.
He did the tongue?
Yes.
The snake tongue?
But like the devil face. Like that at Panda. And Panda's like, oh, good Lord. That kid is a psychopath. But
wow.
You just kind of went around his business and was like, oh, God, I don't want to be part of this.
You're not going to concern yourself with it.
Seriously, best to avoid.
If a kid did that to me, though, that'd rattle me for a good couple minutes. I go, that kid just do the snake hiss at me?
He's not right, y'all. So yesterday, fast forward to yesterday, we're sitting having dinner and my phone starts ringing. It's my neighbor across the way. Now, she's a mom of 3 young children, 2 girls and 1 little boy, but they're all little. Mm-hmm. So apparently she was in her driveway going into her house and this feral kid, and he had a friend with him, roll up on their bikes, and the feral kid puts his bike in her garage and goes, this is my house now. Those are my golf clubs. You stole them. I'm going in your house to get my stuff. And she's standing there in her garage between this kid and her, and she's like, I didn't know what to do because my 3 little kids are in the house.
Right.
I am not letting this guy in my house. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's 13 or 12 or whatever he is, but he still looks horrifying, dead behind the eyes, seriously scary.
Yeah.
And she started to have a verbal altercation with him, and the other kid spoke up and is like, let's get out of here. And so they did. He grabbed his bike and he left. But on the way, he kicked over the garbage can.
Wow.
And cursed and dropped the N-word and it's all on camera because now all the moms in the neighborhood are posting their Ring doorbell camera footage. So you have the sequence of him going around the neighborhood. And then another mom came forward and said, yeah, I was walking my dog and he rolled up behind me and said, give me some money. And she tried to ignore him. She walked the other way. He wouldn't be ignored. He said, I'm going to follow you to your house and I'm going to get your money. And she was like, wow. No, you're not. And he's like, that's my dog. I'm going to run you over and take my dog back.
Yeah, that's a threat.
That's a threat. So, yeah, I mean, all these people are now sharing videos and stories. Yeah. And we were all like, all right, we got to call the Martin County Sheriff.
Do all the videos end with his signature move, the snake tongue? Which to me is very disturbing.
It's very disturbing.
For a kid to go,
He doesn't
Actually,
care.
of everything he did, that's the least disturbing.
He will step to any adult.
Yeah.
Like any adult. And the poor lady that was walking her dog, she just lost her husband. Like, she's literally been through hell and back.
Right.
And now she's got this kid threatening her on the street. So
what's going on at this kid's house?
Yeah,
there's no parents. It's grandparents.
Yeah, and they can't keep up with them. Who knows what? Any idea what happened to the parents?
No.
There's probably a feeling this kid has abandonment. I mean, he's got some deep-rooted stuff.
Deep.
This is the kind of kid that you got to run interference with really fast, and he needs to go into some serious counseling.
Yes.
You're right. They got to get him now.
Serious intervention program.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of juvie situation we can set up to stop this train, because he's going to end up dead. I have neighbors that will shoot him if he comes in their house or yard and tries to pull that crap. He's lucky he walked into the house that he did, because that girl would never shoot a child. And we had this conversation. I said to her, do you have a gun? And she said no. And I said, well, maybe you need to get one, because if that happens and it's between him going in your house or him being shot in your garage, you got to shoot him in your garage. And she goes, I can't. He's a child.
I didn't think the Questo is so hard.
There are plenty of neighbors that have guns in my neighborhood that would not even blink and shoot him in their garage.
Well, anybody comes into your house and says, I'm going into your house. I'm
going to take your money.
You have kids in the house. I don't care how old you are. You're going to take that as a threat.
Absolutely.
You know what's interesting about your neighborhood, though? It doesn't seem like you have the traditional crime like people would be looking out for. What you have is
interior.
Well, you've got teenage issues.
Yeah.
You look at the Haruf, whatever his name. Oh, was it Austin? What was his name? The kid that killed the people.
The face eater.
Yeah, the face eater. And I don't know what's going on, but there might be some in how you raising your dang kids in DeQuesta, because it seems like there's some troubled youth running the streets.
When you allow these entitled kids to run around the neighborhood like they own it and terrorizing it, and they're unchecked by parental supervision.
Right.
That was Austin Haruf. His parents couldn't control him. He face ate and killed people.
Yep.
This kid in our neighborhood, he's got all the signs of a face eating is coming in hot, y'all. Because as soon as he finds narcotics like Austin did and started eating a bunch of mushrooms, he's going to go into a psychopathic situation, and you're going to have another face eater on your hands.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope they can get to this kid, because there's trouble coming, either for him or he's going to inflict it on other people. And it's going to be one of those stories that's going to wind up in the news, and we're going to have these conversations about why didn't somebody intervene?
And that's what the thread is saying. All these moms are now, like 15 different moms are on this thread. And if you shoot the kid, then it's a whole big thing of drama for you and your life and your lawsuit that you now got to go through.
Well, look, if he's coming into your house and there is a threat to your 3 children, you've got to do what you have to do. If it gets to that point, hopefully somebody, school, authorities, can get this kid in some kind of forced counseling where he needs to be talking to somebody weekly and trying to unpack what the heck is going on with him. And
I think they need to put him in a place,
he needs
a
mentor.
juvenile facility where they can analyze and therapy and help and medication and psychiatry and whatever. But this ain't right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely something to look at.
I wonder, too, if the police did show up, they see it's a young kid, do they automatically go for the taser? Or do they pull out a gun? I'm just asking questions here.
I think they would try to tase him and not shoot him. I think they will with anybody. I think they just look at the threat. Yeah, you measure the threat, and then you decide what you got to do to deter that threat. But you never know. I mean, what if the kid grabs a weapon?
Yeah.
Well, absolutely. I think if you're in law enforcement, you don't take that for granted that it's a kid. I mean, there's so many instances of kids, especially today. You hear this all the time. You've got to be afraid of 8 and 9-year-olds.
Yeah.
Kevin's right. I'm not saying it's commonplace, but there's stories of kids, doing bad things.
Totally.